Hey there, people of the grid. First full day here in Santa Monica. I'm back at the hotel. Training's done for the day. I think it's too early for dinner, so I'm gonna go for a workout and then I'll figure out dinner after that. It's very nice here in California. Okay, that whole workout thing, I was just kidding about that. I had some work to do, no workout. I'm going for supper now. Hey there guys, made it back to the hotel. Thought I'd fill you in on something that I was watching just before I went for supper. I had a great burrito at I think it's called Taco Libre. Yeah, it's pretty good burrito. So here's what I was watching. And this is kind of a public service announcement. So if you have parents or grandparents or friends that are not really, how should I put it, good with the computer, you may want to share this with them. So the thing is called social engineering. Social engineering is something that's been used by con men. It's been used by scam artists for even since before computers existed. Social engineering is where you use some information to trick somebody into thinking that you're somebody other than who you really are, that you're there to actually kind of help them solve a problem, maybe solve something that they don't have information on how to solve, and it usually involves money and the scammer getting the money. So let me explain. The video that I watched was one of those videos where you'll get a email or an invitation or maybe even a phone call suggesting that your computer is acting badly. And by acting badly, I mean it's either infected with a virus or it's being used to attack various different sites by hackers, and the calling party is interested in helping you solve your problem. Maybe they're just interested in helping you apply some patches that would protect you from having your money stolen. Or maybe they're calling you to tell you that you're due for a refund because you were overcharged on your internet service or your telephone service or your taxes or any number of things that might give you a refund. So they appeal to our greed, or they'll appeal to our lack of knowledge about a certain subject area, like computers. And what they're looking to do is to help you. And when they help you, they'll eventually either get your personal information so they can get into your bank account, or they'll ask you they'll basically cripple your machine and then ransom you to get access to your machine and your data back. They'll offer to fix it. They're the ones that broke it. And it usually comes across in a really simple way, in that they'll ask you to download a piece of software which gives them remote control to your machine, and then they'll go in and do what they have to do. So the video I was watching was a guy he's basically, I think his whole thing on YouTube is calling the scammers. So he basically looks for these ads, where there was one where it was for Intuit software, and they were offering support on Intuit software, and they were offering to back up the files and all these services for a really weird price. So he called them, and it turned out to be a scam place, and then he just records the whole thing and tries to see if he could keep them on the phone for like an hour or an hour and a half, because these people think they're going to get a payout. So what I'm here to tell you is that never ever let anyone access your computer. If you take it to the Apple store, fine. If you take it to the Microsoft store, fine. If you take it to Best Buy, fine, because you have some kind of a problem. Or if you know somebody that's going to come over and help you fix your problem. That's about the only way you should ever let anyone access your system. Because on your system, you've probably got some sensitive information. Things like some backups of your passports, backups of your driver's license. You might even keep some passwords in a file, which you should not do. You know, you might have some stuff that if somebody else got access to it, they could access more than just your bank account. You don't want that to happen. So make sure that you don't let them in. Basically, if somebody calls you saying, hey, you've got a refund, say, thanks, I'll call you back. And then hang up the phone and do the research to find out who it is. So if it's like Royal Bank of Canada, there's a phone number you can call. Or go into a branch and talk to the real people. That's the best way you can protect yourself. I remember my dad, when he was alive, he got this letter from a rich relative back in Croatia who said, you know what, same last name, it wasn't even a relative, it was a person that worked at a bank, and this person was representing an account of somebody who had allegedly died and left like 18 million euros stuck in an account, and this friendly banker wanted to help my dad out and access some of that money. And then the banker would probably want to take, 30% for his trouble or her trouble. It's a scam. It appeals to your make money quick or get rich quick mentality, which we all have to some degree. You got to fight that. And what my dad said was, well, it couldn't hurt. And all they need is to get access to your bank info, and they maybe get you to send them a small amount of money to cover the transfer charge of 18 million euros. Because, it's got to cost, I don't know, $200 to do the bank transfer the next day. And who wouldn't want 18 million euros the next day? So you send them your $200 and you never hear from them again. Or worse, they start taking you for more and more and more, which has happened to a few people all over the world. So watch out for that stuff. Don't fall for it. It's a scam. It's social engineering. Yeah. If it sounds too good to be true, it is. And if it sounds like somebody's telling you that your PC's broken, you'll know if it's broken. You can take it in to somebody to get it fixed. It's going to cost you a bit of money, but you know what? When your car's broken, you take it into somebody to get it fixed. You don't call Fred down the street who knows a little bit about the car and have him do it for free. No, you take it to somebody reputable. Same thing with your computer. Don't give out your info and don't let anybody access your stuff. Yeah, I think that covers it. So today's my last night here. It's been busy. We're in training all day, and then we hang out with some of the people that I work with, and didn't really have a lot of time to go for a workout. So I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna take a little bit of time for me. I had a little bit of a nice walk outside. The weather here is delightful. Love California weather. And tomorrow I am heading home. So with that, I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow for the big flight home. Miker out.